Another day, another video. Please clap. Thanks for that. Alright, let's do it, shall we? Or should we do it? Should we do it? I don't know if we should do it. Do you think we should do it? I don't think we should do it. Maybe we should. I should not, but I will. I don't want to, but I have to. I have a gun to my head. Alright, that's enough of an intro. I'm not even going to tell you what this is about today. You'll just have to figure it out yourself. Up yours. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so hostile. I think it's the moon and the stars are aligning together and forming a alliance of evil against my brain chemistry or something. I don't know. Something to do with the Leo entering its moon phase of water. I don't. Am I the arsehole for not giving up my seat on the plane? Oh, you're asking me? Well, I don't know. Let's read the blurb. So I, 25 female, went on a 10-hour plane ride out of the country around a week ago. Just for fun? Or did you go somewhere? Or was it just like, I just feel like going on a plane for 10 hours? I wonder if anyone's ever done that before. They just went, you know what, I'm going to fly to Hawaii. I'm not going to go visit it, but I'm going to go to the airport, fly there, and then come home. Has anyone ever done that before? Is that like a Guinness World Record thing that I could possibly break? Do you reckon anyone's done? I've got to look this up. Has anyone done that? Sorry for the detour, but I've got to figure this out. I've got to find this out. Same plane, flight return on the same day. Air travel forum. Here we go. TripAdvisor. Would 19 hours and 16 minutes in the air make me crazy? I can answer that question straight off the bat. You don't need a headline, New York Times. Yes, it would. Are you insane? Why do you think people don't just fly from Australia to England? That's a 24-hour flight. I would kill myself. If I had to fly direct to England from here, I would open the door. I don't care if I kill everyone else. I'm opening the door. You can close it if you want, if you're strong enough, but I'm closing that door. I mean, I'm opening it, not closing it. Alright, we should probably get back to what I was yapping on about before, because I don't think they're going to answer my question. I booked the aisle seat because I don't like having to climb over people to go to the restroom. I agree with that. I used to be a window guy when I was a kid, but now I like the aisle. You know, on short flights I don't care, but on international flights, yeah, give me the aisle so I can get up, I can go piss, I can walk around, do some jumping jacks, whatever I'm feeling on the day. We're about to take off when a mother of, I think, a 9 or so year old comes up to me and asks if we can switch seats. She had a middle seat. I told her no. She got very mad and started yelling and her kid was crying. I just put in my headphones and didn't give a fuck. When the plane landed, I got a nasty comment and was called a horrible person and an arsehole. So, was I the arsehole? I'm confused. Were you sitting next to the kid? Or was the kid... Is it just me is my brain fried, or am I not understanding this correctly? That's both the same thing. Maybe my brain's fried. I've got to go to the comments for this. Maybe I'm just stupid, I don't know. Also, I completely forgot to add why she wanted to switch seats. Well, that would have been a fucking good thing to chuck in there. How'd you forget the premise of your own story? Come on, lady. Basically, she wanted to be close to the front so she could get off easier, and she booked a back middle seat. Why would that be an arsehole thing to do? No, I don't want to switch seats because you want to be close to the front, you dingbat. What about a kid? Where was the kid sitting? I had an empty seat next to me. I'm guessing the kid would have sat in. I think that's poor planning on the mother's part. I mean, get 2 seats together with your child, you imbecile. So no, you're not the arsehole. I feel like this has been a fever dream of a video so far. I've been talking about flying to and from places, murder-suicide on a plane. It's just all over the place. I mean, it's kind of been on theme a little bit because it's been about planes so far. That's not the theme of the video. That just happens to be what has happened. I'm going to stop talking now because the more I talk, the more I confuse myself. Am I the arsehole because I am seriously tired of being the butt of every joke? I don't know. Should probably read it, shan't I? My lord. Alright. To preface this, I will say I'm neurodivergent. Every time I hear the term neurodivergent, I think of the movie Divergent. Is that just me? Or am I just a fool? A fool in sheep's clothing. My family, not immediate, they are my grandparents and aunts and uncles, is what would be considered people who don't take mental health very seriously. The kind of people where they believe they can pray away mental illness, which almost always results in someone in the family mentally collapsing. Sounds like a fun family, I gotta say. Can I join? It'd be kind of like a mental aptitude test, wouldn't it? Live with your family for a few weeks, see if I break. That would be interesting. I would probably break. And maybe do something I regret, so it's probably best I don't. I'm a firm believer in mental health. Well, yeah, it's not a fairy, so I suppose that's, yeah, okay. Am I being too on the nose? So I take medications and attend therapy. My family has always known this, and they treat me like I'm an outlier. Because of the fact I'm autistic, I also have a hard time reading social cues. For instance, someone could be joking with me and I take it literally. Well, I went over to my family's house the other day and they endlessly talked about how I was weird and poking at me. They talked about how my mum was the baby in the family and how she raised me to be weird. They also are the reason why she has a complex, but I digress. I got really tired of it to the point where I said, if you're that bothered by me being here, I can just leave, and then walked out. I frankly do not want to talk to them again, maybe with the exception of my grandparents, because they weren't in the room when this was happening. Am I the asshole? I would say, no, I don't think so. Therefore, you're not. And if I don't think it, then it must be true. Because everything I say is like spinning gold in a weave of, I don't know how can you spin gold? Is that a thing? Are you able to spin gold somehow? I guess if you like melt it down and do stuff with it. I don't fucking know how gold works. I'm going to say no. I'm not going to explain myself. I don't need to. Because I'm the captain. And you're just the cheer squad. Alright, so am I the arsehole for giving my partner the silent treatment over ruined bedsheets and sofa covers? I don't even know if I want to read this story because it could be disgusting. I mean, best case scenario, they dropped a glass of milk. Worst case, shit, cum, piss, I mean, all of the above, blood. Am I the arsehole for leaving to go to a family event even though it's never been a problem before? Okay, so for a bit of context, I, 16 female, usually help my mum with pet sitting. She does it as an extra job and sometimes takes on more than one at a time. Everyone she pet sits for is aware that I might fill in for her and they're completely fine with that. If they aren't, she's the only person who goes over. There is a man that she pet sits for who lives only about a 2-minute walk from our house. He's totally fine with me, my brother, and my brother's boyfriend pet sitting for him. The last 2 times I was over there, it was me and my brother's partner, who we'll call Michael. Hello, Michael. Michael like a pale on a bed. Remember that movie? The blind guy? Whatever it was called. Today, Michael went over there at about 11:15am and I had to leave for a family barbecue at 1pm. He and I were watching a movie when my dad got there to pick me up, so I left. My brother, who I'll call Damien, fucking Big Mick and Damo, looking after the dog. My brother, who we'll call Damien, came over a few minutes after I left. So the dogs were never alone. Michael was there the entire time. The man, who we will call Stephen, was supposed to be home around 3:30. He suddenly barged in at 2:30 and began yelling at both my brother and his boyfriend, saying that he was tired of the revolving door of all of us, sometimes being there, sometimes not. My brother and Michael tried to explain that the dogs were never alone, Michael had been there the entire time, just because I left didn't mean anything. Stephen then said that the next time he wants it just to be me there. Just me the whole time, no one else. That made me really uncomfortable when Michael told me that, because I'm 16 years old and he's definitely anywhere from his late 40s to early 50s. Also, when he came in and began yelling at Michael and Damien, he brought up the fact that he had never met Michael before. Okay, I got confused. I thought Stephen was the boyfriend, but Stephen's the guy, Damien's the boyfriend. Or Damien's the brother, and Michael's the boyfriend. I think I am all caught up now, so thanks for just bearing with me there. They had met more than 5 times at this point, and even had a 10-minute conversation before, so I don't know what he was on. I'm wondering if maybe I was the arsehole for leaving when he didn't know I was going to, but I can't see that's a possibility when the dogs were never alone, and he's established that he's okay with my brother and his partner watching his dogs. Going off the title, I thought it was going to be like, I left for a family thing, and I went, left the dogs on their lonesome, which, they're dogs, they should be able to be alone for a few hours, unless it's some, like, medical thing. You know, a dog should be able to be left alone for a few hours. That's all I'm saying. Like, I feel like you should only need a dog sitter for, like, when you're gone for extended periods. That's not the point. The point is, no, I don't think so. I think Stephen, I don't know, Stephen's just got to stick up his ass. No, you're not. That's my verdict. That's my thoughts on it. Very succinct, thank you. Especially if he's like, yeah, no, it's okay if one or the 3 of you look after the dogs, I don't care. Why would it matter if someone left and someone's still there, you know? It just seems a bit silly. Stephen, wake up yourself, buddy. It's a classic sign. Stop what you're doing, think about it, and then do it. Well, not always do it. Do an action if it's right. Alright, that's enough for me. My brain is falling out. my spine. I don't know if that's possible, but if it is, it's happening, and it's not fun. So, I'll see you later. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I don't know if I said that already. Goodbye. I'm having a shocker.
Shifty Drongo. I love Shifty Drongo.